Thanks for tuning in to the Light of Conscience, where the knowing that exists, where thoughts do not, leads the way. It would be such a wonderful blessing and honor if you find benefit from this podcast to share it. Share it with a friend, let others know that you've benefited. Leaving a rating and writing a review on iTunes or whatever app you're listening from also helps others find it. We would love to see you in the Light of Conscience community as well. That is a free Facebook group, and the people there are all way showers, all here to show the world that it is a-okay to live as you are, because quite frankly, you guys are awesome. So join us there, and I hope to see you soon.
Love itself is molding us into what we be. Why wait for tomorrow when right now we can be free? So break down your defenses and throw away your shield and give yourself this moment to believe in what you feel.
Hi everyone, today I'm talking to Dharma Fausett. She is an entrepreneur, creator of the LivDharma brand, which is all about health, fitness, and motivation. Just met her, and I'm so excited for you to meet her too. Hi, Dharma. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me. This is so exciting.
Awesome. I have a question for you. Have you been cold lately?
Yes. Freezing. I'm from Puerto Rico. So and even though I lived in Oregon and Tennessee since I was 15, I'm 27 years old now, I've never gotten used to the cold. And now in Hawaii, when it's like quote unquote cold at like 56 degrees, I'm like, oh, I'm freezing. I hate it.
Well, I'm from Minnesota originally.
Oh my gosh.
So cold is embedded in my bones. And yet, same. I am like, oh, it's so freezing.
It's so cold. Every morning I'm so cold, and it's a joke. I know it's a joke, and I don't even want to complain because it's a freaking joke.
I know. But we don't have windows that close here, you guys. We really don't. They don't close. No. So, Dharma, before we jump in, I'd love to hear how you sort of figured out or realized that you're not like other people and you live differently and you're a way shower, as I call it.
I love that. I love that word, by the way, way shower. Well, I've kind of been very into helping people my whole life. Like even as a little kid, I have this vivid picture when I was like in elementary school, and my dad came to pick me up, and there was like this boy like bullying a little girl and like taking her doll. And I was like, give me that doll. That is hers. It is not okay for you to do that. Like something like that. Like I've just always been like a champion for people and helping people. And so I would say in the last year, I decided that I wanted to help a lot of people. And have you ever heard of Grant Cardone?
I don't know.
Grant Cardone is like the best salesman on planet Earth. That's how he started. But he's very like motivational and all about 10xing your life. That's his thing, 10x. Like you got to think big, you got to dream big, you got to act big to really accomplish your goals. And he just got me on a roll of like, yeah. And his viewpoint, which I love, is if you have something to offer people and you're not actively trying to help people and offer that to people, it's like a disservice. Like someone out there needs your help and you're being selfish, being like, oh, I'm too shy. Oh, I don't know how to start. And you're not out, like, just go out there, just start. Just someone out there needs you. Go service them. So that's kind of what got me on I need to start a brand, and I need to, what am I good at? I'm natively, my whole life, very, very health conscious. My mom raised me in a very healthy environment. So it's just like comes second nature to me to be healthy. Like, I don't know how people aren't healthy. It's actually like, so like, what? You drink Coke? What are you doing?
I agree with you. And my husband drinks Coke, and he's going to hear this. And he knows I'm not the only one. That's like, why do you do that to yourself?
Yeah, right. But it's just, I guess it's just because we were maybe raised a different way. I don't know. It's just second nature to me. So it's like, I can help with people, help them be healthy. So, awesome. And that at least started my health part. And then my husband got me into fitness, even though I've always been very athletic and I played basketball and volleyball my whole life growing up. I never liked the gym.
Mhm.
Do you like the gym? I don't know. How do you feel about the gym?
I've done it in college
Yeah.
for a few years. I did it, but I don't do it. I don't
Yeah, I know you're like
do it.
yoga. Yoga is your thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do love running. I haven't been doing it much just because of where I live, and I have this thing about like I shouldn't have to drive somewhere to go running.
To run. Totally.
So I see that returning in the future if, you know, I live somewhere else that it's more conducive to running, but
Yeah, that makes
yeah.
sense.
And I like to
But my
hike and
husband,
walk and stuff.
I love hiking so much. I love hiking. So
It's-
my husband got me into the gym. So then that
Mhm.
kind of started my fitness part.
Yeah.
And then Grant Cardone started me on the motivation. So that's kind of how I was like, I can provide this for people. I can help them with their health, with their fitness, and their motivation.
That is so
there's
perfect.
that.
Because when you are wanting any kind of change,
Mhm.
whether it be to be healthier, lose weight, gain weight, be
Mhm.
buffer,
Mhm.
whatever it may be, if you don't have the drive and the motivation,
Mhm.
it's like really not possible. That's the only thing. And that's exactly what I say too. Like with my people, you can have the desire to change to the moon and back, but if you don't have the will, I just call it will. If you don't
Mhm.
will it, it's not going to happen.
Mhm. Totally. I agree with that.
So where did you come
100%.
up with the name Live, like LIV Dharma?
Yes. Okay. So I'm enrolled on an online academy called #sponsored to help become an influencer on social media and like partner with brands. I would love to work with like some, I don't know, like coconut water or like, you know, things that align with my brand, but then I can like promote them. And that's a way of generating income because we all need money to survive. And one thing that I learned, my Instagram handle used to be at Darcy776, which has been my email since I was like 13 years old. So I was like, okay, this doesn't really communicate my brand. So then I was like brainstorming and I could not think of anything. And my wonderful husband was like, well, why don't you do like Live Dharma, but LIV instead of LIVE? And I was like, Live Dharma. I like that. And so I immediately changed it, but I also put some thought behind it. So my name Dharma, if you look it up, like on Google, like as a word definition, one of the things it means, it's duty and like having that purpose, like a duty. And I was like, well, you know, I really feel like people should make it their duty to live a healthy, fit, and motivated life. So you should live Dharma, live with that duty. And that's how that came up. Yeah.
That's perfect. And as with the yoga background that I have for 10
Yeah,
years, Dharma is from that kind of lineage.
it
And
is.
it's a very similar concept to Kuleana, which we have here in the Hawaiian tradition of your life path, your purpose, your like, what are you here for?
I love that.
I think your name is perfect for you.
Thank you. I love my name. I love my name.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So if you're willing to share with us some of the things that maybe, you know what, I'm going to ask a very personal question. I'm going to use you for a minute. You mind?
Go ahead.
So what kind of strategies or advice do you give to somebody who's busy? You know, maybe they're an entrepreneur. They are very into health, and yet for whatever reason, food is just not on their agenda and in their consciousness, and it is, but it isn't. Like for my example, I'm very conscious about what I eat, and yet these past months, actually, I don't know where my appetite is because I used to eat all the time. And I really would love to get better at nutrition again.
Yeah.
Because I used to be very, very, always in the kitchen, but I don't want to be always in the kitchen.
No, we got important things to do than to be always in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Totally. Well, one really great way to get good nutrition, if you have the finances, is to buy like meal prep. Like there's a lot of businesses out there that do really wonderful weekly at least give you like a lunch every day. Which I have a friend, she's like, Dharma, you need to start your own meal prep business. Which, it's an idea. Maybe I'll go down that road. I don't know. So that's one idea. Another thing is you just have to start with your groceries. And that's something that I'm actually trying to help people with. No one's taken me up on it. So if you're listening to this and you want some help with your groceries, hit me up. I would love to like go to the grocery store with someone and just, because it's so native and instinctive for me to shop healthy that I can just help somebody shop healthy. If your kitchen is full of healthy, nutritious foods, then you kind of can't go wrong. Unless you're eating out, which you don't want to be, then you can just eat healthy that way. And just, you're going to have breakfast. Well, it's going to be healthy because everything in your kitchen is healthy. You're going to eat lunch. It's going to be healthy because everything in your kitchen is healthy. And that can just kind of start changing your mindset. And then when you do go out, you're already thinking with what are healthy foods. And then there's always a healthier alternative in a menu. And that's something else I want to provide. And I'm going to start a blog here in like a week or so, which will be LivDharma also. And I just want to provide those kind of tools, like how to order healthy at a restaurant, and that kind of thing. But does that kind of answer your question? Like if you just start with groceries, healthy groceries, I think that's a crucial element.
Yes, I totally agree with you. And also, I think I just need to hire a meal prep person because
meal prep. Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of vegetables. I love vegetables.
Good.
I love them.
Good.
But I don't want to. I'm cold, and I don't want to eat them raw. And I don't.
know.
So.
I know.
A little mindset shift, maybe.
Yes, true. And then obviously, it all would boil down to your mindset. And have you really decided to eat healthy? And why do you need to eat healthy? That's another thing I want to educate people on is like, why do you want to eat healthy? Because more than just, to be skinny or to be fit, like, are you thinking of when you're 40 years old, 50, 60? Like what you do now is what's going to affect your health when you're 40. So many people with like heart disease and diabetes and arthritis and things that are supposed to be, that's normal because you're old. No, that's not normal. It's because of the food that you put into your body early on and all the chemicals. And it makes me really passionate. It's so frustrating.
I feel it. And, I agree. So again, that's why I'm just like, gosh, what is happening to me and how am I not more focused on food like I used to be? And it's like, cycles come and go, but you're motivating me just by talking to you.
Yay! That's my whole thing. I just want to help people, motivate them, and I want to be a source of help. Like I don't want people to feel like, I can't reach out. Like nobody messages me. I'm like, message me. I want to help you. I'm not asking you to pay me anything. Just message me. Let me talk to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I have to. When you're saying I want to be all of these things, just say I am instead. Get rid of the want to.
You're totally right. I have been corrected. You're the second person to correct me on that. And I'm like, I know better than that.
I did not ask her to say, you're right to me. But it feels pretty good.
Because you're 100% right. You're the second person. I say that. I'm like,
are already helping people.
Thank you.
But I also know how you feel of like, you have something huge to give and people don't know it yet. So they're not asking for it yet because they don't know it yet. And that sticky, frustrating.
I know, totally. So but I am building my brand. I am helping people. I am growing. I need to say it like that instead of I'm going to or I'm trying. That's something I'm trying to, that's something I am eliminating.
This is going to be such a fun podcast to listen to. I can't wait to listen back to it because we're just having a real conversation, like a real conversation.
I love it.
So I want to keep talking to you because you are chock full of awesome stuff.
Go ahead.
Fitness tips. What do you got for us?
Fitness. So fitness, the biggest tip I can give on fitness is live an active life. And I'm sharing that on my Instagram all the freaking time. I'm like, be active, be active, be active, be active. So what does that mean? That means go for a walk after work, before work, during your lunch break. Why are you sitting down scrolling Instagram? Like, go walk, like on the weekend. And here we're so lucky in Hawaii that the temperature is so wonderful and that we can go to the beach every weekend and we can go hiking and stuff. I don't freaking know how people in Minnesota and Chicago, like, you can't leave your house. So I don't know, get a treadmill if you're in that situation. I know, right? We're really lucky. We're so lucky. I'm so grateful to live here. But it's just all about being active, going to the park with your kids. When you wake up in the morning, like, do like a stretch. Like, I love like a little stretching routine. It feels so good. And just, that's my biggest fitness tip. Because if you're just active every single day, or at least, yeah, you should be active every single day.
Yeah.
Then, like, for me, I can go sometimes I'll go 2 weeks without hitting the gym. I'll go 2 weeks without doing a full exercise routine. And I still maintain like my muscle, like the shape of my body. It still looks as if I worked out every day. And it's because, one, I ate healthy. So my body isn't full of toxins. And 2, I'm just active. Oh yeah, I didn't work out, but I went for a 6-mile hike, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't work out, but I was at the beach for 2 hours fighting with the freaking ocean and the waves, you know?
Yeah, that can be a workout more than the gym if you're
exactly.
Right.
So I forget, I'm like, oh, I haven't hit the gym this week, but I'm like, oh, but I did this and this and this, and I went for a walk, and you know, so that's my biggest fitness tip. And then there's so many resources online. Like, you can go on my Instagram and I have like workout routines that I do. So like, somebody does like, oh, I just don't know what to do. And I'm not the only one. There's like hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of people that give free workouts on their Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. So you don't have to like hire a personal trainer. Or if you want to, go ahead, hire a personal trainer. There's tons of those too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So let's, you've mentioned Instagram a couple of times. Let's make sure everyone knows how to spell it.
Yes. So LIV, D for dog, HARMA, LivDharma. It's my Instagram. It's my baby. I post every single day. I post on stories every day.
Perfect.
That's my biggest medium.
Yeah. So that is going to be in the show notes as well. So you can scroll down and find it. And yeah, definitely give her a follow. She's really cool.
Thank you.
Let's see. Fitness tips. Gosh, that's such a good one because it takes away the pressure, I think.
Totally.
And if you're rebellious, like way showers are, like you
yeah.
You know, it's good to have a daily discipline. In fact, I actually teach like do something every day for 40 days, and that's it. You know,
I know. I liked what you said about that with Ben and Mary, like the earlier podcast you did with Ben and Mary Sindurgo, and you mentioned that like it takes 40 days to make a habit or something like that.
To break down the neural pathway that you, because we spend how many years creating these neural pathways, and some of them are still there from when we were 6 years old, you know, and it's like, because somebody said, don't sing right now. And it's not even because you sounded like crap. It's because they needed quiet or whatever. But you think that means I have a shitty voice and I should never sing in my life. And maybe you have the voice of an angel. I don't know. But you don't know it either because you never sang or whatever. So we're living with these things, but it takes 40 days to just break it up. And then what can we do? We can build something else.
I love that.
No longer to do that, but yeah, it's such a possible thing. So I do have that, but then I also have, I'm not always doing a 40-day meditation or whatever. I do it when I need it, and then the structure kind of thing, it comes and goes as it needs to. So I love that you you don't say you have to be in the gym 3 days a week. You have to do abs this day and arms this day and legs this day.
Too busy. I'm too busy creating a life, helping people. People have kids, you know, like it's just not real. And it actually makes it so that it's guaranteed to not be maintainable. Unless it's like your job, like some YouTubers out there, like that's their job. They're going to go to the gym 3 times a week and 5 times a week or whatever. But for us way showers or regular people that are just trying to make an impact, these habits need to be like maintainable. So that's why I don't have a gym schedule. I wake up, like yesterday, I had so much energy. I woke up and I was like, I need to go to the gym. I went to the gym and I killed it. You know, and today again, for some reason, I'm like, man, I really want to go to the gym. So after this, I'm dressed for the gym. I'm going to go hit the gym. But some days I don't feel like it at all.
Yeah.
Like nothing.
Follow
no
the
desire.
rhythms.
Yeah. So listen to your body. Maybe your body needs some rest.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another big thing. Listen to your body. Listen to your body. Like just stretch that day if you're not feeling it, you know, like go for a walk. I do that a lot. If I'm not feeling it, I'll just after work, I'll go for a walk. But I live in a wonderful neighborhood where walking is very comfortable and beautiful. So
yeah,
it's another thing.
Yeah. As
And if you
far
haven't
as-
noticed, I don't know, I hope this isn't making noise, me swallowing
It
or
is.
something. Okay. I'm sorry. Water, another health tip. Like you've seen me, I've taken a sip out of this water thing like 10 times in the last 30 minutes we've been talking. Really important to drink lots of water.
It is important. I'm going to take a water break now too. And you can all wait for us.
It's important. Drink water, y'all.
You all take a water break right now.
Take a water break. I just carry a giant thing of water with me everywhere. Like everywhere. The grocery store, the bank, church, parties.
Everywhere.
And that's how you can stay hydrated.
I too am like you. If I don't have my water bottle, I start freaking out. Even though I might be going into a store for 5 minutes. Like, I'm not going to die.
Totally. I have a giant purse and I always have my giant water bottle in my giant purse.
I love it. So start there, everyone. Just get some water. And then when you have water all the time, you're not needing Coke.
Other stuff. Coke. I know. Coffee. I don't drink coffee. Do you drink coffee? Cool.
I don't
unique.
Because if you see me have it, you will know why.
Hyper.
I haven't drunk it since like 2003.
Wow. I get jittery from coffee.
Yeah, it's
I don't do it.
You think I have energy now and I'm talking a lot? You don't even want to. So let's move on to motivation and how you know, we've talked a little bit about that. Like if you don't have the motivation, you're not going to do anything. What are some tips that you have for people to stay motivated?
Totally. This is, oh my gosh, I'm like overwhelmed right now with all the things in my head.
Okay, take a deep breath.
Yeah, I got this. I'm doing a course, how to get motivated.
Okay.
And I'll share that on my Instagram and Insta stories and stuff. But I think I want to give tips on this podcast that are not overwhelming and that are really simple and that are like the fundamental of health, fitness, and motivation. So with motivation, I feel like the fundamental tip on that is you need to live a life that's on purpose, whatever that purpose is for you. For me, my purpose in life is to help people. Some people's purpose is to, I don't know, through music, art, finances. I know some people are super motivated about finances and helping people with finances. So I feel like if you wake up every day and you're doing something that's on purpose, you can't help but be naturally motivated. And obviously some days you won't feel like it, and maybe you'll be sad one day because you had a loss or whatever. But overall, if you're on purpose, then you're motivated. It's really simple. If you can't be motivated if you have to go to work and you hate your job, you hate it so much, and then you just go home and you watch TV, and then like I don't know, I can't really help you with that. I can't help you if your life is, I don't know, that grind of not having anything that's on purpose for you. And I get it. We got to make money. We got to pay the bills. People have kids. I mean, Hawaii is so expensive to live in. You got to have a job that makes money. But if you're not doing something in your life that fulfills your purpose, like a side hustle, or I don't know, just every weekend you go out, maybe your purpose is to help the ocean and keep the environment. Go do a beach cleanup and organize throughout the week, help organize the beach cleanup, and you go and you do the beach cleanup on Sunday, you know, something like that. And then that can help you stay motivated. And if you're motivated in one area of your life, I feel like that trickles across the rest of your life.
Absolutely agree with that. And I know exactly how it feels to get up and go to a job that you might not even hate, but because you're not doing something that you're passionate about in it, it feels like just weights on you and you're just weighed down and you can't come up. Like, you can't lift yourself up if you're doing that day after day after day. And then, of course, you do start to hate it and resent it, because the way I see that is you're following more of the voice of the outside, of society, and of the way you perceive things should be, maybe. And my purpose is to help you align with the inner voice, so that maybe you are just starting out with one day a week doing something that is going to fill you up. But once you start to practice following the inner voice, it does lead you to what is going to be most fulfilling for you, because when you're most fulfilled, you're changing the world more than you can when you're not.
My gosh, preach. That was like on point. Yes. Everything you said, totally. Life is a game, and unless, if you're not playing the game of life, life is playing you. Like, you're getting played. So you gotta play it. You gotta play it, and it's okay to have fun. It's okay to live a fun life. It's okay to create fun things. It's okay to confront it as a game. Life does not have to be so serious. I think people make life way too serious. So
I think you and I are on the same page, girl.
We are. I know a lot of what you're saying. I'm like, literally, as we were talking, I was like, I wonder how we can hang out. Like, how can I know?
Oh, well, we live on the same island in the middle of a big ocean.
Like,
so I think we're meant to hang out.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're going to do it. There was one other thing you wanted to talk about today, and it was the slight edge concept. And I'm really curious because I have no clue what this is. Okay,
so this is something that was recommended to me by Ben. It's a book. I think it's called The Slight Edge. I don't even know if I finished it. I don't think I finished it. But one thing I took away from this is just, if you compare a successful person to a non-successful person, the most obvious thing that the successful person has is consistency and determination, and just keeping at it. You got to keep at it, keep at it, keep at it, keep at it until it comes to fruition. I really believe that you get everything that you put your attention on. So if you put your attention on and your energy, and you keep focusing on something, it will manifest. It will show up. And that can also be a negative thing. Like, if you're like, I can't get sick, 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 you're probably going to get sick. You know, like, what you resist, persist. So, but a successful person wants to have success, and they want to achieve some goal, and they just keep at it and keep at it and keep at it. And eventually it comes true. And I feel like that's the slight edge. Like, if you want to get ahead, you want to have success, you just have to keep going. Like, patience is key.
Patience.
You just keep going. You figure out what works and what wins, and you keep doing that. And if something doesn't work, you stop doing it. But you keep doing what does work. Just keep at it, despite all the haters out there that are going to tell you not to do it. And, you know, your own self. I'm actually my biggest hater. I actually have very few haters in my life. I have a huge support group. My gosh, all my friends and family are so supportive. And then it's my own head, my own self being like, you can't do it. You're not good enough. What a joke. You're trying to do this. You know what I mean?
I do. And you're not the only one. And it's,
I know.
Again, you know what? That's not even, everyone think about this. What if that voice that you talk to yourself with, that like, why are you doing this? No one cares. Blah, blah, blah. Bleh. No one even sees you. Why are you even doing this? Just stop. What if that's actually society's voice and you just think it's your own?
Yeah.
And what if you just said, you know what? How about if I don't listen to that for a second, tune in, sit really quietly, and you know that still small voice everyone always talks about? What if it's real? What if I can just hear it?
Yeah, interesting. I feel like we know, like, you know, whatever it is, like, I don't know how to communicate this. You can see me, so you see what I'm doing with my hands, but
I know how to communicate it.
Okay,
because that's what I'm all about. You do know. We all do know, because there's a voice within that inner voice. It is our conscience, and it speaks the same language in everyone. Yes and no. Not, yes, this is good or right, and that's bad, and so it should, you know, it's not a judgment. It's this or no, not this.
Totally. There's no maybe.
There's no maybe with the conscience. It knows.
There you go.
And it's in everyone. But
Yes.
because we allow our minds to kind of do the takeover thing so often, it's hard to, number one, hear it, and number two, believe it.
Totally. I love that. You did a really good job explaining that.
Well, I've been working on this consistently for years.
There you go.
So.
There you go. There you go. Good. You're gonna have success. You do have success. You have a podcast. You're doing it. I'm so like inspired by you. Like I actually am.
Yay! Because you're inspiring me as well, and we're gonna hang out, and it's gonna be super fun.
Awesome.
And we can do some videos and inspire more people. Like how
Let's
awesome! Connection. I love connecting people genuinely. And okay, so Dharma, are there any last kind of thoughts or words or suggestions that you want to leave with the Light of Conscience community?
I just want people to take away the health, fitness, motivation, like the 3 basic key tips that I gave, and just carry that with them, and then just reach out to me. I want to have people message me on Instagram or on Facebook. LivDharma is everything. You can look it up. I'm on Snapchat, LivDharma, and just ask me questions. Like if someone's like, hey, I'm having trouble with this, like, let me help you. Let me talk to you. I'm here to help. I'm here to service. And I want to make a difference.
Definitely. So we can kind of recap right now too. For healthy habits, it starts with a grocery store. It starts with shopping.
Yeah. And let me help you shop.
Please let Dharma help you shop. Please. And for the fitness tips, be active every day. It doesn't have to be in a gym. Just be active.
There you go.
Yeah. For motivation, you've got to find something that you love and that feels like it's your purpose. Even if it changes, that's fine. Just keep finding something that feels like your purpose.
Yeah.
And the slight edge concept is to be consistent, to just keep up. You got this. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. Thank you so much.
Oh, for sure. And I must include the Light of Conscience community as a place that you can connect with Dharma. She just rejoined because she accidentally left. It was so funny.
So silly.
I'm sorry I left. I'm like, that's cool. You're back. You're good. So you can connect with her there. You can connect with me there. You can find out more about what she does with her LivDharma brand. You can find out more about what I do with my Kundalini Yoga, 10 Bodies, all that inner voice coaching stuff. And we can have a party.
Awesome. I love it.
Thank you so much for sharing your time, your energy, your wisdom, your motivation and inspiration. It's been such a pleasure.
Yay. Thank you so much. It was wonderful to be here.
Thank you everyone so much for joining us in that conversation. That was sort of like a soul family meeting. We definitely, the feeling when you meet somebody and you're like, oh my gosh, where have you been my whole life? I miss you from past lives or whatever. So thank you for sharing in that with us. And if you have any questions about health, about fitness, about motivation, she is definitely more than happy to help you out and give you some information. If you're on the island, she'll go shopping with you. I think I might take her up on that. And if you are in that space where you're like, okay, I know my inner voice is just ready to burst forth. And also, I'm not sure if I'm ready for it too, because of all this outside stuff going on in my life. Let me know, because I have been there and I've been through it, and I've found something that works amazingly well to protect you and to build your strength and courage and to let that voice come out as you're ready for it to. It prepares you to be ready for it to come out. So let me know and we'll get you some information, maybe a session, maybe coaching. I don't know. It's, you're going to know. So enjoy this day and enjoy your life. And if you're not enjoying your life, reach out to somebody, because you are worth enjoying your life. So until next time, we'll see you in the Light of Conscience.
And don't give up on your life. Your dreams give hope and offer life. get to live and build